Alright boys and girls, Jody say here, got you another Black Ops gameplay. And today I'm bringing you a 133 and 23 demolition on grid. And I'm going to be using the Spectre. I got a few things to talk about. This video is 20 minutes long. It's a demolition. I believe it goes to 3 rounds. I've had this on my computer now for a while. Just kind of dreading trying to talk for 20 minutes. But, you know, normally I could do a good job of that. And I got some things I want to talk about. And stuff like that. So maybe I'm hoping I can somehow ramble on for 20 minutes. If it gets too boring, guys, I'm sorry. But I'll see what I can do. The first thing I'm going to talk about is this gun here, the Spectre. And we've all, you know, heard everybody bitching about the AK-74U, you know, all this stuff. But you know what? After using this gun for, there was I do remember the only reason I'm using this gun is because there was a Spectre contract. I'd never really used it before. And on all the submachine guns, you know, they don't really have very big clips to begin with. So I figured I'd rock this out with some Warlord, I do remember, and I put the extended mags and the grip on it. And I'm here to tell you right now, you know, from my experience using this gun, I'd say it's definitely competition with the AK-74U. I mean, it's not as, obviously not as popular as the AK-74U, but I really enjoyed using this gun. It pulls up flat, the iron sights on them were good, and with the extended mags, you got 45 rounds, and I mean, it killed. I mean, I liked it. I don't know if any of you guys have ever used it. If you haven't used it, I don't know. I don't necessarily know if you need to have the extended mags. I like the grip on all my submachine guns, just because, you know, it's close quarters anyways, so I just like, you know, I don't really know why, but I usually like having that grip if it's available for the submachine guns, and I think on Black Ops it is for all of them. You know, I don't know. There's a couple I haven't really used, the MPL, the Kypris, and stuff like that. I don't think the grip's available for the Kypris. I don't know. I don't really use them. But yeah, if you haven't used this Spectre, man, I'm telling you, man or woman, chick or guy, I don't know, whoever's watching this video, if you've not used it, you may want to try it out. I can see it being pretty decent if you got some sleight of hand, you know, sleight of hand pro or something like that, pulling up so quick, you know, pretty fast, you know, because it makes it to where, you know, whatever, we all know it comes up quicker. But having that, you know, quick ass reloading time, I bet you gonna be pretty beast with sleight of hand on it. I don't know. I don't really even know what the magazine size is without extended mags. I'm assuming maybe 30. I think some of them have 25. I'm not really sure, but I'd say with the grip, sleight of hand, you can do pretty good on a close quarters map. This ain't really, well, I'd say it's a pretty close quarters map with all these buildings up there. And as usual, you guys are probably looking, you know, watch this video like, dude, grid. You know, I don't ever want to play against Jody on grid because I get, you know, 133 and 23 and a full 3-round demolition ain't much. But for using the Spectre, no hardline pro, nothing like that. I thought it was a pretty good game, and you know, it's not a, it's something new in my opinion. I could be wrong because I'm wrong a lot, but you know, I thought it was a good gameplay. Got a pretty good score using a gun that you guys usually probably don't see many gameplays of. So I was like, hell yeah, I got me a game for YouTube. You know, what's up? And I got my wife there, Clark Griswold, my Xbox Live wife. She's not. I've never even met Clark, but you know, we have our times, you know, we get our arguments and stuff like that, but then we just go have hot, passionate internet sex. No, not really, but you know, yeah, she's my wife, she's my internet lover. I don't know, but no, she's married. She just had a little boy. He's about a year old. And stuff like that. It is pretty funny though, because when I was with my wife, and this is no joke, was, you know, she always said she wasn't, but you know, it's like one of those things, yeah, guys, you know what I'm talking about. But she come in the room and I'll be playing Xbox. Oh, who you playing with, Clark? You know, you'd always hear that gasp or whatever they do, like, I'm like, what? Nothing. Like, what's wrong? Nothing. Never mind. And she'd leave the room. You know, she was always jealous of Clark. Clark's got one of those, like, voices that she could definitely be one of those sex phone operators. I'm telling you right now. Guys, you get her in the lobby, you know, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. She could probably get your rocks off just by huffing and puffing in that mic. And that is no joke. Clark, if you're watching this, don't mean to embarrass you, but you know it is. I always introduce you as the sex phone operator, Clark. And my wife, you know. My wife is a sex phone operator. But, alright. Enough of this Spectre talk. Enough about this Clark Griswold talk. And I'm going to move on to a movie I've watched recently. And I don't know what genre movies you guys like. I'll watch anything really, but I'd say horror movies, you know, scary movies, whatever you want to call it. They are definitely my number one choice when it comes to picking out a movie. It's hard to find a good girl that likes watching them with you because usually they're all chicken shits and it's just a movie and, you know, they're adults but they still get scared and all that stuff. But, you know. But if you guys haven't heard or seen this movie, it is called Case 39. It's got Bradley Cooper from The Hangover in it, and Renee Zellweger, that chick that was married to Cheney Kesney for like 2 days. You know, I don't know if you know, she was in Jerry Maguire, and that's about the only other movie I know that she's in. I mean, I'm sure you guys know who she is. She's like not a no-name actress or anything, but I just don't know any other movies she's in. Jerry Maguire and then Case 39. But Case 39, I'm, you know, about the only movie that's done this to me in the last decade. You know, most scary movies, they're all pretty bland. You know, they're not scary at all. Some of them have somewhat good, you know, plots to them, storylines, but they're not scary. Today's horror movie is all about the shock factor. You know, it's not really the storyline that scares you. I mean, yeah, we get into it, you know, and we kind of we may sit on the edge of our seats, and then just out of the blue, something happens, you know, a loud noise, a dog barking, or something like that scares you. You know what I'm talking about. It's the shock factor in today's horror movies that makes it, you know, gets that buzz, the, you know, the thrill, the whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's two movies in the last decade that have actually truly kind of had me a little bit on edge, okay? I'm kind of straying away from Case 39, but I assure you I'm going to get back to that. We've all seen The Fourth Kind, okay? Well, we all know the movie's fake and stuff like that, but I'm here to tell you right now, when the movie first came out on DVD, not many new people thought it was fake. I mean, it wasn't really out that it was fake, and there was a lot of, you know, people that actually studied and researched this just to see if it really was fake. I mean, I even have caught my, you know, I've even Googled Nome, Alaska, and the, you know, stuff like that, trying to find stories on it, and then, you know, once I did this, I uncovered all this, and I know that it's fake now, but The Fourth Kind, I was watching that one night at about 3, 4 in the morning. And I'm not a pussy by any means. You know, I don't really get scared at all. But I had to get up and turn the light on for The Fourth Kind because, you know, just the thought, you know, I'm not saying I don't believe in aliens or any kind of extraterrestrial stuff like that. But that movie, I mean, how do we know there ain't something out there looking, you know, watching us? How the fuck do we know? I mean, the universe, it goes on forever, you know, stuff like that. I'd imagine, you know, it's definitely big enough for other life. I don't know why they'd want anything to do with us. All we are a bunch of cancerous fucking, like, bacteria, whatever. But, you know, how do we know something's not watching us? So, yeah, in that movie, literally, I got up and had to turn on a light. But then the other movie, Case 39, isn't really your, I mean, it's hard to explain without giving away the movie. It's not, I don't even think it's called it's like if you were to go to like a rental place, whatever you want to call it, like a Blockbuster or anything, or, you know, a place where you go to rent movies. I don't even know what they would call them. But, if you were to go there, I think it would probably be in like a thriller section and not necessarily horror. And I don't know. Whenever I watched it, Case 39, I bought it off Zune on Marketplace on Xbox Live, and it was just there. Actually, my buddy Pillsbury told me about it. I was bored one night, didn't really feel like playing Call of Duty. And I was like, man, you know any good movies out? And he's like, dude, but he's fucking stoned off his ass eating these Doritos or whatever he always eats every time I play. But he's like, my mom watched this movie the other night, man. She rented this movie, Case 39, dude. You gotta check it out. It's pretty wicked. I'm like, Case 39, what the hell is that? And he starts explaining it to me. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna rent it. So I'm like, I rent it. It starts streaming. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get off here and watch this movie. Probably fall asleep, dude. I'll talk to you later. Talk to you tomorrow. He's like, alright, alright, man. No, he's not really that burnt out, but he's pretty damn close. But, so I start watching this movie, and it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. And whenever I'm up late like that and I'm tired but I can't sleep, I usually put on a movie and I'll fall asleep watching it. I put this movie on at about 3:30 in the morning. Fully, truly expecting to fall asleep to this movie. And I'm here to tell you that movie, there's this little 10-year-old girl in there that I would kick straight in her fucking teeth if I was in this situation. You guys need to watch it, and I wouldn't kick many little girls, but this little fucking girl, I would boot right in her fucking mouth, dude. Oh my goodness. Just thinking about it, dude, I would fucking backhand that bitch like you wouldn't believe. But anyways, it's about 3:30 in the morning. I start watching it, truly expecting to go to sleep. And, yeah, it wakes me wide awake. I'm wide awake now. I start watching this, and I'm 100% wide awake. No chance of me going to sleep at all. So I watch this movie. I get a little freaked out. There's one spot that gives me kind of like made my hair on my arm stand up a little bit. But it's a pretty damn good movie. If you guys ain't watched it, you need to check it out. So anyways, I watch this movie. I don't get freaked out or anything like that, but one part did make me, like I said, the hair on my arm stand up. But dude, this movie ends and it's like 5:30 in the morning, and the credits start rolling. I fucking get my headset and I get on there, dude, and I get Pillsbury in a party chat, and he's like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Dude, the fucking movie was awesome." He's like, "What movie, dude?" I'm like, "Case 39, that movie you told me to watch." "Oh yeah, dude, did you like it? It's pretty fucked up, ain't it?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, dude. That little girl, man, she flew." I'm not gonna tell you all the stuff we talked about because it might give away, you get whatever, too much information for the movie if you guys want to check it out. But and he's like, "Dude, I think I'm gonna have to go watch it because I really don't remember what it's like." I'm like, "Dude, that movie's fucking badass. I'm glad you fucking told me about that movie, blah, 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 blah." So, I watch it, and I'm trying to get this old buddy of mine, Ace of Slayer, over to watch it, and he finally can get away from his wife long enough to check it out, I guess. And he comes over to watch it. He thinks it's pretty badass, but my mom, she comes over one day, and we start watching this movie, and she's watching it, and I'm on YouTube, I don't know, in Vegas, rendering it, editing, doing something. I'm on the computer, I know that. She's watching the movie. The movie ends, my mom's like 55-ish. Hell, I don't know, like in her 50s. And I think she's 56, but like the movie ends, and I catch the credits rolling out of the corner of my eye, and I take my headset off. I'm like, "You like that?" She's like, "That movie's scarier than hell." I'm like, "Yeah, I told you, dude, it's fucking badass, ain't it?" She's like, "Oh my god." I'm like, "Yeah, man." She's like, "Well, I'm gonna go home, I guess, and try to go to sleep, but I'm gonna have nightmares." I'm like, "Okay." She goes, "I'm gonna go pee." Okay, Mom. I'm sitting there on the computer again. I put my headset back on. She's in my bathroom before she leaves. She just lives right behind me, like in a little apartment behind me that like is in my backyard, but it's like we're on the same property. But she's in the bathroom, I already told her, "Alright, I'll see you tomorrow," whatever. Well, I got my headphones back on, and I like hear something, and I look back, and she's standing there. I usually sleep on the couch anyways, dude. I don't got a wife now. I don't need to sleep in my fucking bed. I sleep on the goddamn couch. I fall asleep on the couch, man, because you know what? When I was younger, my parents didn't let me sleep on the couch, so I guess now I just got to sleep on the couch every fucking night to make up for it. I don't know, but I sleep on the couch because my couch is pretty goddamn comfortable anyways. But, she comes out of the bathroom, and I hear something. I turn around and look at her, and she says something. I take the headset. I'm like, "What?" She's like, you care if I stay here and sleep in your bed? Why? Cause I'm gonna have nightmares, you know. I'm like, okay, I don't care, you know, because I'm not gonna be in there anyways. Yeah, my mom fucking had to stay all night with me because of the movie Case 39. I'm not saying it's gonna scare you guys that bad. If it does, I mean, you're either like 10 years old or just a fucking straight pussy. But, you know, it's a pretty sick movie. If you guys haven't watched it, you need to check that movie out. Case 39, I'm not getting paid to promote this movie at any means. This is just me telling you guys to do this. But, you know, it's a pretty badass movie. I enjoyed it. And if you're lucky enough to get your, you know, your old lady, your girlfriend over there watching that with you, I'd imagine you're going to get a little snuggling in watching that son of a bitch. Because, you know, that little chick in there, like I said, I would fucking straight beat the living fuck out of her. When you watch it, you know what I'm talking about. Alright, let's talk about something else for a minute. I'm doing a pretty damn good job of rambling on for 20 minutes. I got 15 minutes out of the way. If you guys are even still listening to this, you know, thank you guys. And it is a pretty good game, as you can see. I haven't really been paying attention. I got Jaws Revenge playing on my TV on Netflix. I don't know why. I've watched all 4 Jaws today. I'm on like a Jaws like kick where I watch Jaws, Jaws 2, Jaws 3. Now I'm on Jaws Revenge. I don't know if I've ever seen this one, and I still haven't seen it because I'm like looking at the screen watching this game, looking at my TV watching Jaws, playing with this little CO2 airsoft gun I bought today that shoots like 800 feet per second, and it's an airsoft gun. It looks like a Smith & Wesson like, I don't even know what model handgun it is. Looks like it's a model SW40F. I don't know. It's a replica of a Smith & Wesson 40 cal, and it looks like it's got an extended mag, which would be like a, I don't know, like a 20 round clip or something like that. I don't know, but I'm playing with it, stuff like that. So I ain't really paying attention. I'm rambling like crazy now, but I haven't been paying attention to the game. But I thought it was pretty entertaining. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Hope you guys I mean, you've all seen the 4th time, but that Case 39, I mean, I can't stress enough, you need to check that out. So, any of you guys ever had any good friends that you thought were true friends that would ended up being little coward bitches? Yeah, me too. I'm not going to talk about that because the person in particular, if they watch this video, they'll already know who I'm talking about. And kind of pisses me off, you know somebody for about 3 times longer than their old lady, and then they, you know, you kind of tell them that you think it's fucking bullshit, some things in their life's bullshit, and then they pout, and then they leave, stuff like that. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. But, we'll get out of that subject right now. Alright, anybody getting those map packs on Tuesday? I am. I'm going to have a live first try, like, I'm going to do a live commentary on the new Zombie Map extension, the first playthrough. Before I ever have any kind of strategy down, before I know where the power is, before I do anything, I got some fellas going to help me do a live com on that. Pay attention for that. I think it'll be pretty sweet. Hopefully we can last, you know, fairly long. Maybe you can see some how to get some of these achievements that they're, for those of you who don't know, there's going to be 4 new achievements worth 150 gamer score. Off the top of my head, I really don't know what you've got to do to get them. But, you know, they seem somewhat easy. I haven't played it yet, obviously, but they seem somewhat easy. So we're going to be doing that, a live com on the new Zombie Maps Ascension, and then I'll be getting some more gameplays on those new maps for the First Strike DLC coming out this Tuesday for 1,200 Microsoft points. And I'm really burnt out on Black Ops. I don't think I've played today. Today is Saturday. It's 9:15 on a Saturday night, and I'm home alone doing a commentary for you guys. I could be out drinking some beer and everything like that, but I'll choose to stay hurt and then do a commentary. You feel me? But yeah, I haven't played it since about Wednesday, so it's about 4 days. I downloaded the Crisis 2 demo that's available on Xbox Live. I don't know if you've got it on the PSN, but for some reason it keeps freezing on me. I don't know if any of you guys had that situation. I got in there earlier, got like 4 kills, and then it froze up on me. I had to shut my Xbox off, turn it back on, got in, and I got like 1 kill, and it froze up on me again. So I was like, fuck it, I ain't playing it. Feels pretty cool. I mean, it seems pretty smooth. It takes a hell of a lot of bullets. you know, shots to kill somebody, but if you hit them in the head, they're done. They got that sweet ass kill cam where you see like the bullet in slow time, like, you know, go through the skull. But the only complaint I don't like is when you're sprinting, you've got to like basically stop to shoot. You know, you can't like, it's not like Call of Duty where the gun comes up pretty fluid after you sprint. Like that's why it feels like a Battlefield type deal where, like, you know, for you guys to play, like when you play Battlefield, you're like sprinting and you got to come to like a complete stop for your weapon to come up smoothly and stuff like that. I don't know, but back to the gameplay just for the last few minutes, couple minutes of this thing. As you can see at the beginning of the round, or beginning of the game, I kind of, you know, patrolled that one side of the map, got in their spawn, stuff like that. Those were just to rack up the high kills. I wanted to make this go to 3 rounds to get the most kills that I could, and that dude just failed like you wouldn't believe. But right now, I'm wanting to win, so I'm kind of sticking around A, throwing Semtexes like crazy, and we got the W. We won 2 rounds to 1. I go 133 and 23, and that's all for this gameplay, guys. Thanks for sticking around. If you did, as usual, remember to rate and subscribe. Yodi, signing out.